Good morning. This is Fred Mitchell, Chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party, Minister for the Public Service and Foreign Affairs, and today is Wednesday, the 2nd of November, 2022. Today is All Souls Day in the Church's calendar, and we pray for the repose of the souls of all our absent brothers and sisters. May they rest in peace. If you're hearing this voice note, it should mean that I've survived the surgery at the Mayo Clinic and my sinuses are all good, and all should be well. Thank you for the well wishes. So, the leader of the opposition, Michael Pintard, thinks that he can beat this dead horse about Bermuda. Read in the Bahamian press I did that he intends for the Public Accounts Committee to investigate the Bermuda trip. Well, good luck with that. The government has nothing to hide, but one hopes at the same time he can account for his travel as minister just after Hurricane Dorian hit Abaco in Grand Bahama and all the expenses therefrom. And we hope he's able to establish that he has the jurisdiction in the Public Accounts Committee to do an investigation in the first place. In addition, he says that the trip to Bermuda was unauthorized expenditure. What utter rubbish. No laws were broken. The public, insofar as I am advised and verily believe, broke no laws. The government did. It's just beating a dead horse. And we can see why he'd be beating this dead horse, because one of his own meritorious counselors in the F&M has attacked the chairman of the F&M and says he has to go, and then has threatened to declare civil war in the F&M. They're in bad shape in the F&M. They hate each other. PLP doesn't have time to waste on nonsense or beating dead horses. I'm deeply grateful to the civic leaders across the country who, in the face of these murders, have called to offer suggestions on what to do on crime. One suggestion is that is carrying great resonance is to increase the penalties on crimes committed with guns. All of these suggestions will be properly considered in the appropriate levels. The Bahamas is also actively watching the international arena. Our Prime Minister congratulated the newly elected President of Brazil, Lula da Silva. In my talks with the Argentinian Foreign Minister, we all look forward to Brazil's re-engagement on such issues as climate change and just moving the international community in the right direction. But as we watch the brutality of the Russians against their neighbors next door and support the West's efforts, we denounce the sanctions imposed on our economy by the EU. We make an appeal to end the violence in Haiti, but our country cannot and will not be used as a holding place if migration issues become worse. It would not be possible for us to agree to that. But we're also keeping a wary W-A-R-Y eye on events electoral in the United States. If it's as predicted, there will be a shift in legislative power in the U.S. We should prepare ourselves as a country for an interesting time indeed. Shakespeare wrote these words after the assassination of Julius Caesar: "O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason." And William Butler Yeats, the Irish poet, said of his times, "The best lack all conviction, and the worst are full of passionate intensity." You know, I commend these words to Michael Pintard, the leader of the opposition, and the F&M. God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And, as we say to the F&M, get off beating this dead horse on Bermuda. No legs to that. But still, on this day, even in Rochester, Minnesota, PLP, all the way.
The